Hey guys, this is my first YouTube channel and my first video, so I am going to talk about some questions that people usually ask me about fitness and like my life and stuff like that. So the first question I get asked a lot is how I started lifting and why I started lifting basically. So I guess, well, in high school I didn't really work out. Like, I sort of worked out. I would go to the YMCA and just use the machines they had there, but I mostly played sports. So I was playing rugby, and I was on the baseball team in grade 10, and from grade 10 to 12 I did wrestling. So I was pretty busy with sports. Not to make excuses, but it takes up a lot of time, so I wasn't really working out properly or like how I wanted to. So when I got to university, my degree is biomedical science at Brock, so basically I couldn't do wrestling in university because of my course load, and I had labs and homework, so I really couldn't dedicate the right amount of time to it that I wanted to. So when I got to Brock, the first day that the gym was open, I went there. And this is me not knowing what I'm doing at all. So I would basically go and train legs um, every other day and do cardio every other day. So by training legs, I mean like doing the machines and doing them to the best of my knowledge of how I know how to do them from when I was training at the YMCA. So yeah, so first couple months that I started lifting, I was doing that. So I wasn't really seeing a lot of progress, and mostly because if you're training things that frequently, the muscles don't have enough time to repair themselves, and so I was just continually tearing the same muscles, doing the same things every single time that I trained them, and they didn't have enough time to repair properly, so I wasn't really seeing any progress at all. Basically, how I started training my upper body, um, I started doing arms every third day. So I would watch people when I was doing cardio and see what they did for arms, and that's how I learned how to do arm workouts basically. So I would train arms every third day, and I would train legs every second day, and so it was arms, legs, cardio, arms, legs, cardio, and I did that for another 3 months, I believe. And when you go to the gym, you obviously meet a lot of people. So I was meeting people and just like asked to train with them because I wanted to learn how to do other stuff. So I learned how to train back from someone I trained with, and then I learned how to train chest from someone I trained with, and I was just doing a bunch of stuff that they showed me, and I was starting to see like differences, but it wasn't really like, after a while your muscles obviously stop responding to if you're doing the same thing all the time. So I basically found bodybuilding.com, and it has a lot of workouts, and it shows you videos and stuff. So I just made up my own routine for every body part, and finally, after that, basically I have a day for everything now. So I used to train chest and shoulders, and then back and arms and legs, but I would have 2 leg days per week. So I was only training 5 days a week. Nowadays I train 6 days a week, and I usually do a day for back, a day for chest, a day for arms, a day for shoulders, and 2 leg days, so 6 days. And generally I'll do cardio almost every time, but only like 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. So that's what I do personally. But yeah, so people have asked me how long I've been training for. So I would say, if I had to say it, I would say about 2 years now, because the first few months I was just doing like just machines and stuff, and really I think that the most progress comes from doing lifts like squats and deadlifts and bench and stuff like that, so I wasn't really doing that sort of thing. And once I did start doing it, I really started to notice like the difference, and like the less you need to do cardio really, because honestly like the heavy lifts, when I'm trying to lift heavier and heavier, like that's when I notice that I'm sweating the most, like probably like more than, or doing core also like makes me sweat a lot too, which is, I don't know why I'm talking about that, but anyway, yeah, so that's how long I've been lifting for. Other things people ask me are what my favorite leg workout is, and I'd probably have to say that I like doing a lot of stuff on the Smith machine, so like stationary lunges, box squats, stuff like that, calf raises, just because it's like so versatile. Like you can do all these these exercises on the same machine. You don't have to really go anywhere, like, and you're still working them pretty decently. Like I actually do squats outside of the Smith machine, so like I'll do them on the power rack or whatever, but other stuff, like there's different exercises you can do that squats just don't hit the same muscle groups. I've also been asked what my PRs are. So my squat PR is 235. My bench PR is 135, and my deadlift PR is 295. I've also been asked if I would ever consider powerlifting, and honestly, I have considered it, but in my opinion, I don't think I would do as well as people think I would do, because most of my back stuff, I use straps, so my wrist strength or my grip is not as good as most powerlifters, and I just don't really have an interest in doing powerlifting routines, like how they have their programs. And honestly, like my goal isn't really, like, I like lifting heavy, but I don't see the need to compete and like show off how much I can lift when I can just do it in the gym and there's no pressure for me to do it, and I can do it a lot better. So yeah, that's my opinion on powerlifting. I've been asked if I will ever compete in bodybuilding, so I've definitely thought about this a lot, and honestly at some point I'd like to, but right now it's just really, not an option for me because of the expenses of it. Also, I really haven't decided where I want my body to go in terms of that. I'd like to do figure, but I also am not sure if I want to do bikini. So once I figure that out and once I have the money to do so, I think I will compete. But for now, I'm happy doing what I'm doing because there's no pressure to do well in it or to hit a certain PR or anything like that. Like, I just like doing what I'm doing, and I don't have to be pressured to stay on a diet. Like, this is a hobby for me, and when I started doing it, it was a hobby, and now it's a lifestyle for me. So it just seems, I don't know, in a way it seems kind of wrong to make it into work when it's something that I do to get away from stress. But a lot of people have told me that it's not how it seems when you haven't competed yet, so I'm willing to give it a shot, and eventually I will, but right now is not a good time for me. So yeah, that's all I can think of right now in terms of questions. I've been asked before about this, but if anyone has any other things that they want me to do videos on, or can think of any questions they wanted to ask me about fitness or my life or anything, just comment below, and yeah, I'll make some more videos for you guys. Thanks, guys.